I'm still not used to when that comes in.
Yeah, I know.
That's what she
Welcome everybody to the podcast. I guess I forgot fucking Billy. What do you got for us?
What's the difference between Usain Bolt and Hitler?
What?
What?
Usain Bolt finishes the race.
That is not funny. Hitler had feelings too, you know.
Welcome
I'm
everybody to the podcast. Who am I? I am a guy, and my name is Tomcat. I think that's my name. I've taken like a bunch of microdose pills, so we'll see how this fucking goes.
Oh my god, this is like the new reptilian.
For the last time, Tom, it's not a microdose when you continuously take 2 grams at a time.
And then
you're just taking mushrooms at this point.
That's true. So I guess it would be technically like a P6 or a P8, but tomorrow I plan to do like maybe 2 grams, and we're gonna watch Friday the 13th outside for the last time before it gets too fucking cold. So who else do I have? I have the famous Billy. Is that what your name?
I'm sure you have a sound.
That's Billy. I heard it's retarded or something.
What movie is that? I know that movie. What
Billy
is that?
Madison.
Billy Madison.
Oh, it's Billy Madison. Yeah.
Retarded or something.
All right, who do we got in the corner here?
Oh, just little old Anton sitting in the corner, all tiny and shrieking. Oh God, I'm healthy.
Hey, Billy, you're gonna cringe, but I got some pumpkin beer. Lake of Bays Brewing pumpkin ale. I have two different
pumpkin spice.
I have 2 different
Fuck
pumpkin
off.
beers. High Baller Pumpkin is this one. High Baller Pumpkin, everybody.
I don't think you can read that.
Yeah, I know
I
you
don't think
can't.
the resolution's that good.
No,
The
it is that good.
resolution
It's
is fine, but the red on red can is not doing anyone any
all the
favors.
pink and shit. We're in a fucking nightclub for everybody listening.
Let me try it.
This one, I like the other one better, but this one's lighter, I think. I don't know. It's just beer that tastes like a pumpkin.
It literally tastes like fucking pumpkin pie.
That's the point.
I don't like it.
He's like
I love
debating
pumpkin
if he
pie, but that
likes
should
it.
not be like that. That is way too similar to like an actual pie.
And Billy's got Heineken. It looks blue on the thing.
It does because of the red.
It does. That's cool.
Weird. And Anton is a full-blown alcoholic drinking vodka straight.
And Red Bull.
Listen, if I'm drinking booze straight, it's gonna be whiskey. I don't drink straight vodka. I drink gay vodka, which is just gay water. But no, yeah, just
It's like vodka, but it touches some people.
This is gay water. It's vodka, sugar-free Red Bull, and seltzer water. So it's gay water.
Is that called gay water?
Vodka seltzer is gay water.
Really?
What?
Yeah, you worked in a bar. You've never heard it called gay water before?
I like to think of myself as a little more progressive than that, but I can't say. I've said some off-color shit behind people's back. But...
I'm a queer that loves to say faggot because we're taking that word back.
Jesus fuck. I like vodka seltzers. According to the health fucking podcast I listen to, it's like if you're gonna drink, it's the best thing is either gin.
That's
vodka,
why it's gay water, because there's 0 fucking calories in it, and it's fine. It gets you drunk.
I can't.
And I'm not. I keep the tub away.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's just got a high metabolism. I said that because he's skinny and tall, but there's gonna be one day that he's just gonna balloon. He's gonna wake up and look in the mirror, and then instead of like, "Am I retarded?" it's gonna be like, "Am I fucking fat?" And then he looks in the mirror and he's huge.
So growing up, my dad always did that. So my dad's like, "Oh, don't worry." He's like, "I was like literally just as skinny as you," and this proof. My dad's a big boy now. He was like, "Yeah, I was like around the time I turned 23, 24. He's like, I used to be like 120, 130 pounds, and all of a sudden I just went 250. I was like, oh, that's terrifying. Then my brother Danny did the same thing. Danny was like 120 until he was like 23, 24 years old.
Danny's not fat.
And then he went to 250.
Is he?
And now he's back down to 230. I'm 27 and I just can't get past 150. I've just been 150 my whole fucking life.
He's an anorexic white chick.
And nothing's changing. I think one time I went up to 155, and I think that was the first week of COVID where I didn't move.
Anton, are you jealous?
5 pounds.
Are you jealous, or do you think that his heart's going to give out because he's so tall?
No, I'm not jealous.
That tall. I'm normal height.
Well, why do you keep calling yourself a giant on every fucking podcast then?
Yeah, how tall are you?
I don't. I'm only 6.
Yeah, me too.
Years old.
We're the same height.
I'm like 6'1" almost.
But then you're about an inch taller than me. Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Well, now because the logo's changed, I look tiny compared to everybody in the logo. It was like, there will be a final logo for everything. And then the one you see now for all the auto listeners, will be like a merch option.
I told Steve about it. He's like, "You mean I gotta buy another fucking shirt?" It's like, yes.
Sorry, buddy. Yes, you do.
And I'm like, yeah, because at this point now we'd like have to add Aaron because Aaron is a part of the show now and shit. Our Irishman. For everybody that's listening, call Aaron hot dogs from now on. You see his reaction.
Sup, hot dogs?
When he went to the States, he does jujitsu and stuff like that, and his buddies came back when he was like, he was back to training and stuff like that. And he was like, taking more breaks and like eating too many hot dogs in the States. I can't do an Irish accent. And so they started calling him hot dogs. And I was like, do you guys not have hot dogs in Ireland?
You eating too many hot dogs in the States, are you, bud?
Yeah.
Are you, bud? That was Canadian.
It was Canadian Irish.
Are you there, buddy?
So if ghosts aren't scary enough for you, prepare to learn about those who have claimed to have intimate relationships with a ghost. Spectrophilia is a fetish or fucking Jesus Christ. Fetishization.
Fetishization later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, they are ghosts. They're ghosts that want to have intercourse with you. Relations.
Fetishization.
Fetishization.
I've never heard that before in my life.
It is the act of fetishizing something.
It's you don't have a fetish, but you kind of wish you did.
You don't have a fetish, but you're gonna work real hard and get one
to get that fetish.
Yeah.
I everybody else seems to like feet. I just don't. I want to like feet. It seems like a great gig.
So what you're saying is you're just gonna stare at them long enough and be like, I know I'm gonna enjoy this.
You know what you do?
Get hard.
Every time I was gonna say, every time you're about to come, whatever you're doing, whatever you're looking at, whoever you're doing it with, just pull out and just start fucking stare at a wall of feet and then come on it.
Also, it'll
trick your brain.
Yeah. For all the kids out there, I hope you don't listen to this podcast, but if you do, be careful what you look at when you come. When you're a young kid, because it will turn into a fetish. So essentially, if you fuck your stuffed animal, you'll later be a furry. All fetishes are from childhood. Most of them.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily
not, but
most. That's factual. I literally
no,
looked
it is
up.
not. No, it is not.
I saw it was on Wikipedia.
Yeah, a lot of them start in adolescence, and you can develop them, but people develop fetishes much later into life. It's not exclusive.
No,
to that.
you can develop them later on, but the most prevalent ones. This is like a fucking Jesus Christ today, Thomas.
So you know what they did?
I want to, as Billy just said. Yeah,
I want to see the fucking study of that. They just went to a furry park one day, and they're like, and every single one of them just admitted they're like, I probably started right around the time I started fucking my stuffed tiger.
Dude, people go to school for 8 to 12 years to become sex doctors, just to understand. Like, it's a whole secondary aspect of psychology is understanding human sexuality. So
I don't mind that job. What the fuck? What do you get paid? I'll put in 8 years.
You're a doctor, so you get paid doctor's wages.
Cool. Yeah, because you could be somebody that didn't know what that you may not have anything shoved up your ass, and then one day you sit on like a banana by accident and go straight up your butt, and they're like, weird, I kind of like this.
I want to know the person that went to school for 8 to 10 years to be a sex doctor, wanted to put in that work, and just went and chose, like, actually had a inward reflection and went, nah, I don't want to actually help people. I just want to figure out what's going on with this sex stuff.
Hey, am I not wrong?
You can become a sex therapist. You can help keep people's marriages together. You can help people that are struggling with their own sexuality. You are a therapist. You're just specialize
in nothing.
In the same way that you have doctors that are like ear, nose, and throat doctors, or cancer doctors, or bone doctors. They're all doctors, but none of them specialize in the same thing. It's different fields of study.
Therapy.
I'm pretty sure that it's a psychology thing, right? Is it not that most, at least, you could say, I don't know, 60% of fetishes that people have in adulthood are usually formed when they're younger, adolescents, kids, teenagers?
I'm sure it's a large percentage that are formed during adolescence. Yes, just the way you were saying it made it sound like all fetishes come from childhood. It's like that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, because sometimes someone who gets molested ends up molesting people when he grows up.
Well, that's trauma and
I'm just kidding.
That's trauma and perpetuating the cycle of trauma. That's very fucking damaged person that does that.
Yeah, we're all damaged people here, so you guys can.
So, anyways, fucking ghosts.
So
literally,
yeah.
Let's get back to ghost fucking, shall we?
Yeah, attraction to ghost or supernatural beings is essentially what it is. It's not only spectrophiles, which sounds fucking weird, who claim to have had romantic encounters from beyond the grave. Although some fantasize about a sexy spiritual encounter, most reports of people who claim to have these experiences and the phenomenon say they didn't initiate it. So again, ghost rape. That's what it is.
I wonder if more or less they're like, you know what, nobody can please me, but I want to see something cool trick, like when the dick goes in, it like bends like 7 different ways and just gets everything. That can't happen in humans, so let's look at ghosts. Maybe
that's
they
why
go
you
do
have
that.
there's chicks that are in love with their dildos.
It just starts spinning on the inside. It's like a Ferris wheel at high velocity.
See, and the thing is, we'll never men have fleshlights and stuff that are very similar to a vagina, but like all the technology nowadays, dildos will be able to please women more than a male dick ever will, because it can do so many things. It can fucking whirl around, it can vibrate, it can do all these crazy things. So
you can't vibrate?
Yeah, I just go like this. I put a vibrator up my ass so that it vibrates my dick as I'm having sex.
Like it?
This is the part of the show I like to call, Are the Straights Okay?
Are you having fun? Is this fun?
Is this fun for you? Oh my God. All right. We are talking about sexy ghosts, sexual encounters with ghosts, spectrophilia.
You could probably clone, so when you're feeling all alone, grab a beer and get stoned. I welcome you to the podcast Strange Brew. We're here to entertain you.
I love that you added the outro on that. Yo, it looked like he was straight about to take a shit on her chest.
I like that. That's my new sex move. I'm gonna do that next time. I like that. I'm like, am I sexy, baby?
Crouched on her chest.
She can't breathe.
Oh.
I feel like a pterodactyl noise would be in order.
Is that not? Okay, wait. Is that not the guy from the fucking Willy Wonka movie, the new one that plays all the Oompa Loompas?
I don't know.
It looks just like him.
All dwarfs don't look the same.
Well, he looks okay. Whatever. I bet you it is him.
Tom is not only ableist, but he is sizist as well, people.
Sorry.
So anybody that's tuning into the audio, obviously for episodes like this and certain episodes where it's all 3 of us, it's a good idea if you want, right, to listen to it or watch it on YouTube, because we're going to be showing a lot of things. And obviously, if you listen to us in your ear holes, it's all good. You'll still get the funny content. But essentially, there's going to be parts that will be cut out for the audio that you necessarily won't be here, because it's just for the video, just so people have understanding of this when listening to audio, that we're showing pictures and stuff like that. And I try to make it as enjoyable to the list. Yeah, enjoyable for the audio listeners as possible by cutting out the stuff where they're like, what the fuck are they talking about? Because you don't see it because you're not watching it. So a lot of these Halloween episodes, especially the Halloween special, tune in at least for that one on the YouTube, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Facts.
Halloween special. Gonna make you come while you watch it.
Mic drop. All right.
So
what are we doing?
What's
happening?
Women
anymore?
love ghost sex.
They're big fans, eh?
Yeah.
Those hands don't match. Those don't add up. Why is okay? So the front 2 or the middle 2 are the woman's, and then the guys fucking are like this.
No, the woman's are the top 2.
No.
The bottom 2 are the man's.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, fairly sure.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
maybe.
I can't tell.
I thought Buddy had like one hand way up and the other one like down. He's like, fucking, fucking
it. The shoulder would be like that, and then she's like that. Like
that's what I thought. I don't know.
Sexy ghost time, everybody.
Dude, any ghost could look as good as you want it to look.
Yeah, it's
if
true.
you think about it, because it's all imaginary.
So
in the immortal words of
gals,
Ozzy, it's double exposure.
some gals have all the luck.
Go gadget dick.
Cheyenne, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. It's Sian, Cheyenne, whatever. Cheyenne Jameson definitely found the ghost of her dreams when she met Robert, in quotations. In an interview
The
with
boy
Daily
doll,
Mail.
is she a fucking pederast?
A what?
Robert the boy, the doll,
means.
that cursed doll.
That Ozzy Osbourne hated.
Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's
maybe,
banging a little boy doll ghost. Lock this woman up. Cancel her immediately.
Well, it is spectro. In the interview with Daily Mail, this spectrophiliac gives such salacious details. You can almost see the ectoplasm dripping off the page.
Fucking ew. That's so gross. I don't.
Do you remember the ectoplasm episode, bro?
Yeah, I do.
So he was very handsome with beautiful hazel eyes. And as we made love, he stroked my body tenderly. I could feel the weight of him pressing on me. His body felt incredibly light. The whole encounter lasted an hour. And afterwards he whispered, "That was the most amazing thing I've ever experienced."
Oh, that's why they're fucking ghosts. They last an hour.
As we
That's bullshit. You're setting unrealistic expectations in these ghost stories. Fuck this.
As we drifted off to sleep in in each other's arms, a voice in my head kept asking, "Is this really happening?" Unfortunately,
45 minutes.
And Robert's relationship wasn't longed for this world. As Robert earned his wings and left his mortal coil, she explains. A couple days later, after our first encounter, Robert arrived and he said it would be our last night together. I never asked why. I sobbed when I woke and Robert was no longer in my bed. I guess I've been falling in love.
Yeah, she says when he earned his wings, but in actuality, he's going to hell because he broke the ghost commandment of don't fuck a human.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, what? In what world can you do that and then be like, haha, now you're allowed into heaven?
Yeah,
that's all it was. The last criteria, the last box that you haven't done is fuck immortal.
Jesus is just super cool with ghost rape. He's like, dude, that's the last thing. Anybody like you
that's
could
the
be
last
a total
thing on the list.
Be a total bastard your whole life, but as long as you commit rape while you're a ghost, you're in, bud. You're fucking VIP.
Fucking a 14-year-old girl, so like he's probably gonna be cool with that.
I don't know why these are the rules. I might have been drinking when it got here, but I don't know. It's on the commandment list. You gotta do it.
Did Jesus not have a relationship with Mary Magdalene?
Mary Magdalene wasn't fucking 14.
According to the research I've done and the Bibles I've read, that's what it said.
What Bibles have you read that she was 14?
The pedophilic Bible. Just joking. I'm pretty sure.
No more drugs for that man there.
It's so funny because it's probably just something I saw on TikTok and I was like, that's funny.
Muhammad was the pedophile. Muhammad had a 9-year-old child bride, and that's documented. So
yeah, you know what? Muhammad, he had sex with her when she was 6 and then married her at 9.
That's fucking disgusting.
Sex at 6.
Yeah, because I read parts of the Quran, but
I don't even think you should call that sex. I think that should just be assault.
That is assault.
That's assault, brother.
It was like, well, where's your defense?
Yeah.
She said yes. Like what?
Don't call that sex. You forced yourself onto some defenseless child, you piece of shit. Yeah. And an entire religion spawned around you. That's right, I said it. I'm not fucking cool with Islam. Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not cool with
fucking cool with
and the thing is too, like, I don't give a shit what people believe in. Believe in what makes you happy, okay? But there's problems in every fucking religion, and it's quite evident. Like,
listen, Islam, stop killing my people, and I'll be a little more cool with you. But all you in the Middle East, knock that shit the fuck off.
I know, because Billy's super pro-Iranian, and it's not cool. Like, he loves the Iranian government.
No, Billy loves uranium. You just can't read it.
He's like playing around with radiated shit in his
room. I got these shiny rocks. Billy, those are glowing. Yeah, I know, they're cool, right? My hair's falling out.
So Amanda Teague, an Irish native, and Jack Sparrow impersonator. That's not fair, okay? Jack Sparrow is a man.
Sparrow impersonator.
Amanda's a man's name too, you fucking goober.
Amanda?
In Europe, yeah. Just like Ashley's a guy's name.
Oh my God, that bugs me. I do not know why.
Beatrice is another guy's name.
No way. Beatrice?
Old timing, yeah. In old timing, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
Men were named Beatrice.
My mom had like friends.
And Carol? Carol used to be a man's name?
Stupid.
Wait, isn't Beatrix Potter the person who wrote Peter Rabbit? Isn't that a dude?
But
that's Beatrix with an X.
Oh, maybe.
That's pretty cool, though. That's like the witch from
Maybe it used to be Beatrice, and he's like, I need to change something.
I'm gonna add an X for some flavor.
My mom knew British, like these British fucking people when I was a kid, and they had kids. Yeah, one's name was Ashley. He was a little boy. And I remember I was like in 10 or 11, and he was like 6. And I was like, why is his name fucking Ashley?
Because your parents want you to have a miserable life.
The fictional character, but Ash from Evil Dead, his full name is Ashley J. Williams.
That's actually true. That's actually true. I love Ash. So in there, she's a Jack Sparrow impersonator, or he, or whatever, and had a strange encounter one night in 2014. So it is a girl impersonating a man, which is not okay. I'm just joking.
Which is not okay.
I'm fucking kidding. All right.
You do know I'm preparing to do Twitch and drag, right? You piece of shit.
I know. That's why I'm excited for that. But the thing is, right, if you think about men play women in plays for so long because they're like, we don't want women in our plays, so let me go get a dress. She says
I can play a woman better than you can.
Yeah. She says she's in bed when she gets a visit by Jack. So she fucking there's 3. So she's impersonating Jack Sparrow, and then she gets visited by a ghost named Jack. That's coincidental.
I'm starting to think she just has fucking DID, and she's like flicking her bean in front of a mirror, but she's still dressed as Jack Sparrow. Dissociative identity disorder, formerly MPD, multiple personality disorder.
I got you.
Oh, okay. So
she took a P8 and she started masturbating in front of the mirror while dressed as Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be a 300-year-old spirit.
Gross.
And guess
That's
what?
like the opposite of molestation.
It was a Haitian pirate. So like it's a black guy, probably with a big wang, and that's what. And the thing is, it's weird that she associates and loves pirates and dresses up like a pirate, and then she has a ghost encounter with a black pirate. Come on, that's like that's a strange thing to happen. So
it's called manifesting.
Yeah.
What if it was when the Dutch were still in Haiti? No, the French. Were the French were in Haiti? Yeah, the French, I think.
But it says a Haitian pirate.
Yeah, but if you were a French person who was born in Haiti, but you're of French descent, much like the same way that you've got a bunch of whites in South Africa, down in Johannesburg.
French went to Haiti?
I'm pretty sure the French owned Haiti at one point.
The French took over Haiti, and they destroyed a bunch of shit and raped a bunch of people.
That's one of the reasons why Haiti is still in such fucking turmoil. I believe same thing with the Congo. I think either the English or the French held the Congo for the longest time.
Like, here's my spot. It's fucking crazy. Like the shit that Spaniards and white people and stuff like that did is just okay, here's my spot. Mine now. We're more intellectually sound. But not really.
Have you ever seen Drastic Hill by Eddie Izzard?
No, I like Eddie Izzard though.
The comedic. Here we are, the land where God is. Excuse me, the land where God has brought. What the fuck? Who are you? Put some fucking clothes on.
Oh yeah.
I claim this land for Britain. We can't claim it. We live here. 500 million of us. Do you have a flag? No flag, no country.
Because I have guns.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, this pirate was slain for his misdeeds, and the two became closer, and eventually decided to make their relationship official, fucking in January 2018. And
super. I thought you were talking about an old timey story here.
Well, how would she dress up like Jack Sparrow if it was old timey?
I didn't piece 2 and 2 together, to be honest.
I said it was.
I just blanked.
The first encounter wasn't.
If it makes you feel better, I also forgot that it was Jack Sparrow for a hot
minute. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And the first one was in 2014, and then she decided to get married to him in 2018.
I'm a Jack Sparrow impersonator too. You seen those videos?
So 4 years.
I was doing the Jack Sparrow run down the streets.
Did he put a ghost ring on it after 4 years?
So the Amanda.
Don't worry, it's very expensive. You just can't see it.
So Amanda hired somebody to essentially arrange for a boat to take her into international waters where she and Jack were married, and a medium served as the go-between for Jack.
Yo, fuck this woman on having the amount of disposable cash that it would require to make this a reality. Also, the Pirates of the Caribbean song was being blasted on a speaker as they're driving out there.
Yeah.
If you're on a boat, isn't that like law? You have to blare that song?
Yeah, you have to play that song. You have to play I'm on a Boat by Lonely Island.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm on a boat. It's just to me like, and we'll get into it, but it's to me a lot of this. As much I want to believe the crazy fucking shit. It's just like the sexual fucking alien encounter fucking episode we did. A lot of it's just probably really lonely people that just like like want to feel like somebody loves them.
No, this is all 100% factual. What are you talking about? Everything that
I
we're
am
saying right now is
99%
real.
Sure, what you just said was the exact sentence I said on our alien
Probably.
encounter special, and you went, no. Some of these were very credible people, Billy.
Some of it could be possible. I tend to lean more towards believing people that had alien encounters and ghost encounters, but not when it's a woman that gets married to a ghost that's like, hey, like.
What's the difference?
I don't like skeptic
Honestly,
Tom.
where's the line draw? You can have a ghost encounter, but the ghost can't interact with
some
you?
of the people that had sexual relationship with aliens have like physical proof from their encounters.
It's a ghost. What physical proof do you want?
They just have a jar of alien cum.
Yes, that's exactly what they have.
You can't see it, but it's in there.
Ghost
It
cum.
looks like you just took the contents of a glow stick and put it into a plastic bag. No, it's alien cum. What are you talking about?
That's from fuck. If that's not it, it's pretty close to that. Isn't that a South Park skit?
Yeah, I don't know. Aliens exist.
The one where Earth is a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, sucking my jag off. Oh god, we licked each other's jag off. Yeah, well, one of them like comes. And,
Oh,
my
Jesus
god,
Christ.
I want that as a tattoo.
I actually kind of do too. I'm gonna get Iz to tattoo that on me.
That is sweet. Yeah, you could do a super simple, just black line work with that one and be like, "That's two ghosts fucking, baby."
The spiritual guidance counselor, I guess he's a counsel from Bristol, says it's always notice this, and I don't know if I have a man somewhere maybe, but all these stories are women
Because men don't please them.
No, because women are fucking crazy. That's why.
No. So on some real shit.
both.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like getting back to human sexuality. Women are, and obviously I'm not, speaking for all women, but from my
That
understanding,
sounds like you're about to say a very bad sentence now, Anton. Watch your
No,
words.
actually, it's not. It's a horrible sentence that's going to get us completely canceled. No. So it's supposed to be like a thing that women, when they're becoming aroused, have a much more like mental stimulation that goes on versus strictly physical.
Oh, okay.
Whereas male is like 90% physical.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, like, I guess I know it's changed a lot now, but for the longest time, like, women didn't watch porn, or at least didn't talk about it. So it might all be bullshit because of the cultural taboos and shit at the time. But
we don't even know
I
what
do
a
remember
woman
reading
is
that and hearing it in
age.
various medical things.
Yeah. The spiritual guidance from intimate encounters with the deceased. So she's like, and I think she's a spiritual guidance like counselor, which I don't know what that is, but and
it's I dropped out of school to be a real counselor, so now I'm a spiritual guide counselor.
Says her intimate encounters with the deceased have turned her off living men forever, and she even went back as far to break off an engagement after she got her first taste of the afterlife. Because I guess Realm's first. That's her name, I guess. Realm's first time with a ghost came a few weeks after flirting when she went to bed.
So what if?
Okay, fucking weird.
So where's the line here? Are they actually like in their mind physical human beings? Like, could I just come in with some makeup on my face, like extra white, and be like, "I'm not living, baby. I'm dead. I didn't break into your house. I just appeared here. There's a difference."
So, like, I said, like, what you're saying, like, maybe, like, I guess we've already talked about necrophilia, because I was like, would that be a thing if you walked in, like, with, like, dressed up like a zombie and be like, I came out of the grave, man, I'm fucking stiff with rigor mortis.
Somebody has to be having that.
Stiff with rigor mortis.
Come on, there's people that are into that shit.
What's that called? Angel's love or some shit like that? Like when nurses or coroners fuck dead bodies with boners.
That's a nice way to put that. That's an awfully lovely sentence to put a horrible act.
It really is, yeah. Like, what a pretty label for such a disgusting act.
No big deal. You could say it to a fucking child, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Imagine
that seems kosher.
Okay,
Mommy's just going to get some angel love, sweetie. Oh, okay.
Get this image in your head. Imagine someone's like riding a corpse and the dick breaks off, and then it's just like,
and now it's a dildo.
Yeah.
there's a movie called House 2, which is a sequel to the 80s film House.
I love House. I've never seen the second one.
So there's a zombie cowboy in it, and it's his grandpa or whatever, and he comes back to life, and he's friendly and shit, and he's at his son's big fucking, or his grandson's big ass party, and he goes and starts nailing a broad, and like comes out, and he's like, I left it in her. Like there's a whole bit where his dick breaks off inside of somebody.
Fucking God.
It's great. No, we got to do a commentary track for that. I love House 2.
I want to be a part of that one. That sounds good.
Hell yeah.
No, I want to include Billy's got to fucking stop being so busy so we can include him on some Patreon stuff. But
Billy, stop being a responsible person and thinking about your future.
Fuck that.
What's wrong with you?
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound dumb?
I couldn't do 31 for 31 this year, but I told Chelsea, I was like, I'm doing 15 for 15 horror movies for 15 days until Halloween. And then she's like, I don't want to watch like the same shit. I was like, my comfort films, Chelsea.
Are you attacking me and my personal space?
I love my 80s films.
in the interest of my self-serving hype aversion, I did the 31 and 31 a couple times on Instagram around this time of the year. And this year I decided not to do it. But what I'm going to start doing, and I want to do it to start kind of promoting House of Trash, is I'm going to do, starting in November, I'm going to start doing holiday movies. So in November, I'm going to watch any horror movie that has a Thanksgiving theme. And then come December, it's going to be snow themes. And then we're going to go from there and just do a couple in each month.
A Thanksgiving theme.
Blood Rage, Thanksgiving.
You can find 31 horror movies.
No. I'm not doing 31. I'm doing themes instead.
To October 31st is what a lot of people do. It's 31 for 31.
31 for 31.
Horror movies.
Spooky season, yeah. But to me, that's like, it's reached a point where it's super fucking cliche. And I'm like, I'm good. I've done it already. I don't want to redo it.
So I want to do it.
If you've never done it, do it. I've done it twice. So I'm like, meh.
Yeah. And then Chelsea, I want to watch some gory shit on like a Tuesday night. And I'm like, shrugs, sucks to be you, like, because that's what I want to do.
Is there a month for comedies? I want to watch that one.
let's do comedies in April. We'll do it for 420.
That's a good idea. I want to do a 420 live episode this year. All right, so let's get back to this.
Or we do it in February because February is the depressing fucking month and we need a little levity.
Yeah. Well,
is that why fucking Valentine's Day is there? February is everyone's always sad.
It's because it's sludgy, it's gray. Winter has been going on for several months already, and it's just shitty.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, and
including me.
There is movies that I want Billy to specifically be on for the commentaries for Patreon, because I think even like horror movies that are fucked up, that I think it'd be hilarious to see.
As long as I can laugh.
Yeah, you'll laugh. There's some fucked up movies out there.
All right.
But speaking of coming, did you guys know that Anna Nicole Smith talked about?
No, I have that coming up. Don't fucking ruin it. I have it.
It's 4 sentences long. Let me go for it.
Got for you. You don't know what I got for you.
All right.
You don't know what I got for you.
All right, we should really carry on with this.
Okay, we're getting there. Fucking everyone, shut up. So, this is how our encounter went. I wore sexy lingerie and lay there in the darkness. I felt the presence all over my body as the person was laying on top of me, but lighter and softer than a human. It was like nothing I've experienced. I know how bizarre it sounds, but it felt real. It was different than
weigh
having
150 pounds.
relationships with a man. And afterwards, I slept better than I've slept in years. When I woke up, I knew it hadn't been a dream. I didn't feel guilty at all about cheating because the whole thing felt so natural. So fucked.
Classic. No response. I fucking hate that second picture. The one on the right. I swear to fucking God. All that is, and I told you this last time, all that is an extremely high resolution camera of somebody taking a picture of somebody actually fucking.
All right, calm down, Billy.
It's gross. It's gross because, like, I don't like the angle.
Everyone deserves to be happy, especially divorcees. Divorcees?
Especially them? They had a chance to be happy. Clearly, they fucked it up.
Okay, man. If people aren't cool with who they're with, it's okay to break it off. And fucking Jesus.
Well, fucking shouldn't have married him.
Divorce is fine. Getting married multiples of more, like, I'll give you 2. You can get married twice. Yeah, anything after that, just fucking stop.
Yeah, you clearly don't have the best judgment.
But what if I want to marry a rich a rich white guy that I can take all his wealth. It's
Listen,
like,
we all want a rich husband that mysteriously dies and leaves you everything. Okay, I want to walk around the house in that flowing black mourning robe and just being like, ah, just throwing myself down and pretending to be upset.
that's what
and
you
then
should do.
as soon as the cops leave, I just go over to my bank account and I'm like, I just start flicking my bean to the amount of zeros that are in that bank account.
If you and Izzy ever break up, just start dating like an 80-year-old woman that's rich as fuck.
Fuck, I'll start doing that anyway.
Do it the honest way, Billy. Don't murder her. Fuck her until she dies, and then
just like destroy.
Work hard for your money. Goddamn.
You know what? Like I'm an entrepreneur, and I see value in things, and I don't discredit that whole game plan. I think there's a smart, successful way to do this, and you just gotta play your cards right. And every job is a little bit of sacrifice.
And then guess what?
No job you're ever gonna do is gonna be thrillingly happy all the time. So fucking,
and then you know
I'm
what?
gonna come eventually.
Yeah, and she'll be a ghost, and then Billy can fuck her.
That's some fucking dark.
How fucked would that be? Is she just haunts your ass afterwards, and you can't ever fuck anyone else in peace?
You know what the difference is too between
She
guys
slaps
and
your
girls
dick
in that
away.
sense is most of the time with like those girls that do find those like ridiculously older dudes, like I guarantee he's not down to fuck 24/7. He just wants
No,
to...
absolutely fucking not.
The women, however, they're fucking come here. Fucking you're ready, young fucking blood. Let's go.
There's escorts that literally get paid and they're just hot to take men out for dinner. Like,
well, that is the difference between an escort and someone who's strictly a sex worker, is that the escort sex is not guaranteed.
Unless you're Billy. Okay, so especially
give it to anyone.
Obviously, people are living alone. They decide maybe to give up on men and they don't want to turn to women. So I
don't get along with myself.
Anne Elizabeth describes her sexy encounter with a ghost hunk straight from the pages of a paperback novel romance. Laying in bed, I wondered if I could summon a ghost. I don't know why I sang.
Why were you singing that?
I don't know. It just came out.
Wondered if I could summon a ghost. It's like Tom's emo album's about to drop.
To have a ghost have intercourse with me, closing my eyes.
Relations.
A strong, handsome man with big shoulders. It's like, was the 80s with shoulder pads? I keep my eyes closed throughout this because I was worried I might scare him or ruin the moment if I open them. Afterwards, I thanked the ghost and asked him to leave, which he did. I jumped out of bed with flushed cheeks, glowing skin, and went about my day. So this chick literally asked a ghost to fuck her. She said it did, and then she just was like, "Oh, I got off. That was nice." And she went about her day, and she's like, "I don't need." Do
you mind leaving?
Just walking, and she got.
You're really a presence here anyway, but like
he just like still.
I just really want that power move, just knowing that I can tell you to get the fuck out of my house.
He's still in the corner watching her.
He's like, yeah, sure, I'm gone. He's doing those fake footstep walks away.
Do you think ectoplasm drips out like cum?
That's gross,
because it comes from
it's
walls.
Supposed to be.
It's gross. You're gross.
I want it to be real. I know it's probably not. It was probably super fake, but it would be awesome if it was real.
For the sake of this episode, it's totally
why
real.
Would you, in what world will you be more happy if that's real, Tom?
I just think it would be funny. I don't know.
Because Tom's gonna be sitting.
You want to be like, oh my god, like I just want to feel it.
Chelsea's gonna come home one day and Tom's just gonna be naked with the Ouija board, being like, "It's not what it looks like. Go away, shut the door."
Forcing his hands to go, "You're sexy."
Like I said,
Oh,
the
player chat. I'm not moving this. It's doing it on its own.
It's just going in a circle.
And then I
OH.
don't get what I wanted. I'm like asking for a fucking, a sexy ghost. And then Chelsea comes home and I'm like getting nailed against the wall by some fucking hulking devil demons. And Chelsea's like, what the fuck is happening?
It fucking backfired.
I was just like, I'm surprisingly into this, but this isn't what I asked for.
So in 2010, an anonymous author of Your Ghost Story told her it's always a woman. Okay, I want to hear a man story. If Anton, if you're bored, well, you're probably not bored right now, but I was like, look up quickly if there's any men that had sex with.
Look, I genuinely considered in the time between we recorded the last Sexy Ghost episode and this one, attempting to summon a big burly ghost to come fuck me. So
that would have been hilarious.
I would have taken that for the team for the show. I would have. I want you guys to know that I would have ridden a ghost dick for us.
I still think that offer will be very valid for the rest of the time.
Before I get into
this podcast is a thing, so don't stop trying.
Yeah,
that gets us fucking skyrocketed to the top of the shows. It's just like, no, one of their hosts totally fucked a ghost and has proof.
If you came back,
There's
even if I
ectoplasm.
looked at your fucking
I got a ghost
face
baby,
and you genuinely looked like you were serious and not lying to me, I probably would fucking laugh for 3 days straight. That would be the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Before we go on to this another woman's ghost sex story,
Tom, I'm gonna need all your mushrooms in an attempt to summon a ghost to fuck.
it could happen, man.
Well, if that, yeah.
If you took like 4 or 5 grams of mushrooms and you like legitimately thought like, I'm gonna have sex with the ghost, I'm gonna have sex with the ghost, I was like, in your mind, you might be like, is something touching me? What's happening? And then you might actually think you're getting fucked by a ghost, but it's your own mind. In 2010, an anonymous author of Your Ghost Stories told her story about being visited by multiple ghosts in the middle of the night. While she was unsure about the initial visit, she became used to the overly physical nature. Yeah,
she was used. It was a ghost gangbang.
It was like, hey, the first one jumps in. He's like, hey, so I got my buddies, and we were just thinking.
I've watched gangbang porn, and I genuinely feel bad for the female in porno because it does not. She's like, do I like this? I don't know.
I came to your corporate retreat to come bring you flowers because I thought you were busy. And you know what? All I saw was you taking bukkake. Baby, that was a team building exercise. My boss said I had to do it.
Everybody was much happier at the end of it.
We came together as a team, and they came together as individuals.
So she got like used to the physical nature of the visits over time. And honestly, if there's fans out there that want to get fucked by a ghost or have a ghost story to tell about how they've been fucked by a ghost, please email me. I will tell it on the show. I don't give.
Well, I definitely tried to summon a demon to fuck me when I was a teenager, but that's neither here nor there.
I got raped by a ghost.
Because you didn't have a guy to do it.
It's exactly why I wanted that tail. Teenage me was just like, I bet you that feels great.
It probably would.
Yeah,
that's hitting all the spots. Especially if it's that like, if it's not sharp, and it's that little like flappy tail, dude. It's just pushing on the prostate, and you're like, I came fucking 4 times. I'm good.
If it's a ghost, is it gay?
I hope so. I don't want a straight. I would fuck a straight ghost.
Yeah, but it's a ghost, so like, is it gay? Like if you get fucked.
According to Incubus. According to Heaven's Gates, right? There is no gender in the afterlife.
That is a theory, and we did speak about that on the last episode, I believe, where they're not entirely certain whether incubus or incubi and succubi are 2 different entities, so like a male version and a female version, or if it's just a physical a psychic manifestation of desire and of a possessive spirit, so it can take whatever fucking form it wants. So it's.
According to the Law of One,
it is.
According to the Law of One, the book that I read, it's
that one book.
Why people are confused.
Hey, Tom has read an entire library of books. They just all happen to be written by David Icke.
No, this was not written by David Icke, you piece of shit. Okay.
No, I know. I'm saying all the other books that you've read.
All right. Anyways, what is this one?
Okay. Anyways, and it says that why people are confused with their gender in this life is because their incarnation in the last life, essentially, they were like a female, and then they died quickly, and they quickly transitioned into reincarnation, which causes confusion essentially for your physical body because your soul doesn't know what the fuck your soul doesn't have a gender. So when you come into an existence and you still have past memories from your past life of being a female, that is how a book from the 80s explained it, of this woman channeling an entity.
I buy it. Me and my one buddy at work, we have this thing that we like to call our gender is Meg Ryan, which is we're very unhappy with our gender in this life, but we're probably not going to do anything to change it. But if we could, we totally would.
Yeah, it's just
it's pretty easy.
No. Listen,
extremely accessible nowadays.
First of all, no, it is not. If I was in Canada, it would be very accessible, but I'm in the States, and it's obscenely expensive because this country sucks.
Sorry, what? An hour drive away from here?
Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas to go to Toronto for gender reassignment. This podcast is going to take a weird turn.
Amazing. You're like, look, like I've wanted this my whole life, but it's an hour. Fuck.
I get that it's not even a full hour; it's 45 minutes, but that's a long drive. I'm not gonna credit. It's a whole border crossing hassle, and I'm not that into it. No.
Next episode,
You it's
Anton will
fucking
be
super
Shirley.
easy to come into Canada.
Okay, wait.
Not so easy leaving.
Another
but-
question. Jesus Christ. Okay, another question. What would your female name be? Because Anton is not really. What's a female version of
Jackie.
Anton?
My
Jackie?
female name is Jackie.
Well, I
Is
can
it?
tell you what my parents were
Like
gonna
Jackie
name me if I was a
Onassis?
girl.
What was that, Billy?
I said what my parents were gonna name me if I was a girl was Emma.
I like it.
That fucked? Ain't
I
that fucked?
You know how much Billy hates Emma? He wrote a whole song about her. He had a girlfriend named Emma and he smashed her windows with his skateboard. We've told the story.
Oh, that's the one that you smashed the windows? I forgot her name. I know you've told that story before.
Hey, Patreon, remember, I'll cut some of this stuff
This
out.
is out of context. There was a story. I'm not actually a fucking lunatic.
He was angry. I get it. You've said it twice or 3 times in the podcast.
I know. I was kind of proud of it too.
He was. Okay, so she has all these sexual encounters. You know, she says she's very sexual aroused. After several weeks of waking up feeling aroused, one night I woke up in this condition. Now, however, like she's waking up super horny as most men do when they wake up. I have a throbbing boner. It just happens because of our fucking human
Goes from
body.
2 to 4 inches.
Yeah, exactly right.
Doubles in size, baby.
This time I was somehow aware that there was something happening to me with the spirit that night. There's a spiritual presence.
Okay.
Somehow was involved with me sexually. I was very sexually aroused and orgasmed. Orgasmed is
Did you just mispronounce orgasm?
it says orgasm with an ed. Orgasm.
Why wouldn't you just say came?
I didn't write this. She wrote it. It's in her
Don't
work.
fucking paraphrase it when you're reading it there, bud.
No, I want this to be exactly how these women are saying that they've been molested by ghosts.
I fucking nutted all over the place. I dropped a lady nut.
I soon became super trans. I soon.
Soon,
Super trans. That sounds
I
awesome.
was just super trans.
Look at
me like, what the fuck is this?
just flying around, handing out hormones to anyone that actually needs them. It's like, here you go. Thank you, super trans. You're the best.
Super trans. That's a new comic book character. I want to write a book. I've never been inclined to write a book before, but I'm writing a comic book.
Everyone else is doing it, so you might as well.
I'm writing a comic.
Do it. No, I'm buying the first
Holy
copy, and I'm coming to get a signed one. Let's fucking
Holy
go.
Fuck's sakes. That's just gonna be so off colored. that is gonna never get published anywhere. Everyone's gonna read it. They're gonna be like, yeah,
So-
I'm putting my name on that. Fine, Tom. Fucking just laughed harder than I have in a long time, but carry on.
That joke is gonna kill. You better leave that in.
All right. Well, so
Our audience is gonna eat that shit up.
I know. I soon began seeing translucent images of him. He is not a man, though. Oh shit, man. Oh shit. He is some sort of greenish lizard dinosaur type creature.
Oh fuck! Tom just popped the chub.
The reptilians have made an appearance. He's not mean or scary. All he wants is to arouse me and play together sexually.
He's not mean or scary. He just wants sex.
It is.
That's why I'm gonna start fucking referring to every fucking guy that does some
This-
terrible shit to women.
this
He's
kind-
not. He's
yeah.
fine. He just wants to fuck. Like,
This
leave
kind
the
of
poor guy
relates.
alone.
Okay, women want to have sex just as much as men do too. Like there's this whole thing.
It's different.
What's that Necro line? He's like, women are just as horny as men, but they're just programmed with inhibition. Which is fairly true. Is that they don't show it in society that they have to be more fucking.
So I think it's less that and it's more this. Like
They have more
women,
choices.
many women can get laid whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Many people in my situation could do the same fucking thing if they wanted to. You could just go to a bar somewhere and be like, I'm gonna go get my dick sucked.
On an
There's men
app.
everywhere. Straight guys don't have the option nearly as much. And I will tell you, as even somebody, you know, like I'm not.
You want to go to the park and you want to jack me off? Like
You know
that's a
how
lot.
many, if you're on the apps, do you know how many unsolicited you get? Like if anyone knows you're even kind of into dick, men will just send you dick pics for no fucking reason, completely unsolicited. So I think it's much more like you're able to be more choosy with things in certain ways.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's like going through their phone. Like
I have
like,
seen some dicks that have just made me gag, and not because they were big.
Oh, bah, bah, bah.
Oh, were they like what were they like?
I've seen weird like red like that kind of looks infected. You should probably like go talk to somebody about that. I've seen like off color ones. I dated a dude whose dick went like this, like sideways, and I was like, I don't know what to do with that. I'm not going to stick my head this way when I'm blowing you. Like it's like
disgusting.
yeah,
It's disgusting.
I'm sorry for all of our listeners. All dicks are beautiful. Okay,
All shapes and sizes except the ones that aren't perfect. Then fuck you.
Wins.
Reptile dick wins.
Again, reptilians.
I'm not a size queen, but I don't like ugly dicks. There,
So I'm sure most women don't. It is as if you wanted to transfer sexual energy to me, and this does relate to the sexual alien ghost encounter episode that we did, because whatever you want to believe, I believe that this is possible. And even if this is not possible, I've read a lot of David Icke shit and a lot of stuff about reptilians, and a lot of times they will essentially they'll come into, David Icke tells a story about how he knew this woman and she was like dating this guy and he was super aggressive, and when he saw one of his books, he fucking shed his, like, he essentially transformed into a reptilian. It's like,
damn it, Ike, you found us out. Blah.
So
I want to know who said that story and believe that anybody would believe them. Like, I saw it, and as soon as he saw the book, he's like, "Fucking attack!"
I don't know. People believe they have to walk in a certain line, or they're going to get sick from a disease that was fabricated by the United States government or governments around the world.
we made it almost an hour. I'm so proud of you. We're 56 minutes. We made it almost an hour, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm walking this line, or I'm going to be like, someone got called me a scumbag because I went the wrong way. I've told that story. It's just like, come on.
Oh yeah, that was fucked, dude. Look, people were scared and people were paranoid as fuck when that shit first
They
happened.
can fuck off, man. Anything the government tells you is not fucking real. So
What was it? What was
Okay.
it?
Now I'm ready to carry on with the story.
Okay,
Let's
yes,
carry
it's
on
just
with
like
the
in the
story.
government. That's how I'll end every conversation. I'll just start talking about the government. But it is interesting, and obviously it's funny that she ended up. And I remember because I wrote this out like a couple weeks ago, and I remember like seeing that, and I was like, perfect. Got to slip in a reptilian. So this is where we're gonna get into celebrities who got down with a ghost. Anton, what do you think of Billy Corgan?
I look, I don't agree with Billy Corgan's politics. That dude thinks the world is a vampire. Okay, so
That's Billy Corgan.
the world is a vampire. Yeah, the
From
fucking
Smashing
lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins. I'm gonna give him some credit here, Tom. So you best
Because
fucking
he's bald
listen.
and his head looks like a grape. Is that why you're hating on him, man?
No, you best listen up, because I'm gonna give your boy some fucking credit here. With the exception of David Icke, nobody says this shit when they're at the peak of their career.
That's true.
If Billy
You know what?
Corgan would have come out in 1996 and been like, there's fucking Satanists and pedophiles running everything, and sabotaged his whole motherfucking career, it would maybe hold more water to me. But like when you have like people like that come out now, when it's like, dude, no one gives two shits about Smashing Pumpkins anymore.
I know,
And
but
the
at the
same
same
thing that, like,
Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay,
so-
Randy Quaid is like, or not Dennis Quaid, whatever the crazy Quaid is, the one that plays Cousin Eddie, is like the Hollywood elite, blah blah blah. It's like, you haven't been in a
Long
movie in
McQuaid.
15 years, so stop.
also it's because these people probably saw shit and they didn't want to say anything because it could ruin their career.
That's actually my point that I was gonna say is like, look, like you're on top right now, and you're like, I kind of like it here. This is nice.
So you're not as morally opposed to it.
Yeah.
fair.
So if you turn your head and you see Justin Trudeau fucking a kid, you're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna walk out of the room.
That
but-
was fucked. I wasn't here.
No, I get that too. It's the same reason why like Anthony Rapp didn't come forward about Kevin Spacey, because he was just starting his fucking career. He was a kid, and so I get it. What I'm saying is that like it's a little sus that at the end of your career you come out and you're like, hey, you're playing it safe, is what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying.
And on that
In that
note,
regard,
though,
I have more respect for David Icke, that he was just like, I'm at the peak of my game. Here's some crazy shit, motherfuckers.
Here's another fact though between all that is like, look, okay, they could think it was horrible the entire time. Like, okay, this is what I've been working for my whole life. I want it. Saw the downward decline. Could have still just said fucking nothing, but went, you know what? Like, fuck. I have nothing to lose anymore, and like people do need to hear this.
But if you ride the gravy train and milk it for all of its worth before you say anything, does that make you just as culpable? Because if you would have exposed it
And
sooner,
to
you
be
might
fair,
have actually stopped
probably-
something.
I probably would be in that same boat, to be honest.
You
To
maybe
be
you
absolutely
should-
honest, like, I probably wouldn't have fucking sabotaged my career if I was at a peak like that.
Anton,
I'm not shaming. I'm asking. Like
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what
Corey
you guys
Feldman,
think.
man. Tell that to Corey Feldman when someone was spreading open his butthole and looking inside of it.
Look, the Feldman, the Coreys, I fully buy that they were. I'm not denying that pedophilia and all that bullshit exists in Hollywood. It very obviously does. There have been numerous people that have been convicted of it, and they're pretty high up motherfuckers. So it's like that dude from Nickelodeon was
look
like,
at that Brooke Shields movie. The fucking Pretty Baby or whatever. That shit was like literally a movie about pedophilia inside of a brothel.
dude, to draw it back to the fetish thing that we were talking about, that dude from fucking Nickelodeon that was like the producer and like everything, and was like super into young girls' feet and shit. That's why there's a bunch of barefoot girls in early Nickelodeon, because he was directly involved in those shows. He was a producer in them, and like he was on Keenan and Kel and shit like that.
I would love the pitch there. I want to see that sales pitch to like get that to happen without anybody thinking you're weird. Be like, you know what? The only thing that's going to make this more authentic and actually capture our audience is if everybody just takes their socks off. I think if everyone's barefoot, it's going to show that they're more at home. They're more relaxed, and people are going to vibe with that more. And everyone else is like, yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, how would the pitch go for that? Like, how do you?
Let's go.
How do you bring that up without sounding like a total fucking weirdo with
I
the
want to hear
meeting?
the sales pitch on that.
So in October 2017, Smashing Pumpkins singer Billy Corgan, maybe this is what I heard about this fucking dude, stopped by the Howard Stern show, a very reputable piece of shit, and claimed he once saw an apparition. I hate Howard Stern. I used to like him, but as soon as the COVID stuff rolled out, it could tell, bro, you were making tons of money off this shit. So what he says he saw an
8
apparition.
minutes.
What?
It's been 8 minutes.
That's true. But Howard Stern makes me think of him screaming about Joe Rogan and shit. Like, I think of Howard Stern now, it's him like yelling about like, these fucking idiots not wearing their fucking masks.
I would say, speaking of dudes that were relevant 30 fucking years ago.
Yes, and trying to make a statement over something that was false. So,
But anyways, what were you saying about Fat Nosferatu? That's what I think. When that black and white picture of Billy Corgan, I'm like, that's a fat Nosferatu.
It is.
That's I actually really like that. That's probably the best description of that picture I've ever heard of. I actually really enjoy that. That's amazing, actually.
So he claims he once saw an apparition in the form of a shapeshifter, as he called it. Corgan was vague with what he saw, but he did say he was totally sober when he saw someone go through an unexplainable transformation. That's what I heard about him. I actually heard him talking about this, how he's like, I can't explain it. And to me, whatever, if you guys, I don't know this dude enough. I don't like the Smashing Pumpkins. Never listened to Smashing Pumpkins in my entire life.
I when I was a teenager.
I can't even recall a
What
song.
do you mean you've never
Yeah,
listened
you can.
to Pumpkins in your fucking life?
Name a song that I would know.
Okay, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, aka Rat in a
He doesn't know
Cage.
the name of it. One sec. I guarantee you
Don't know.
any fucking
No,
money.
Billy,
The
put
second I
on
press play on this. Yeah, that's
put
what
on
I'm.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings. That's the song everyone fucking knows.
What kind of song is that name?
Tom lives in the middle of butt nowhere, and I can't load anything here.
Good.
Oh.
So he say he like sees this, and that's why I remember seeing this video, and I don't know well enough about Billy Corgan to say much, but what he was saying, and when I remember seeing the video of him saying it, he at least seemed honest. Like it seemed like he's like, I saw something fucking weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I saw this. And like, it's like how he's so vague about it though. Like it makes me think maybe
Is
he
it
did
a little,
see some shit.
little scared to fucking actually fully tell the truth?
I've seen weird shit myself, so like I can't judge somebody else for saying, "Hey, I saw some weird shit." I've seen I've seen shadow people, I've seen weird stuff. So like, and I can't explain it, and it's haunted me to this day. So
Oh, you can explain it, and you explain it fucking perfectly. It's just that it sounds ridiculous.
It sounds fantastical.
I'm gonna get the reptilians are waiting on the fringes of a reality. When you die, instant dick in your ass, just like by the reptilians.
I can't wait for the day that we're all
I'm gonna go OD tonight.
I can't wait for the day that we're all actually just hanging out together and like somebody just turns and looks at us and goes, bleh, and then licks their eyeball, and Tom's like, I fucking called it. You guys saw that. And we're like,
you guys are, like,
son of a
looking away
bitch,
at
he was
the-
right.
Or you
What the
guys are
fuck?
looking away.
And I gotta go walk up to that guy at the bar and I'll be like, look, okay, there's been talk of you doing some ridiculous shit. I would like to see it, please.
Well, and I'm like, come to the bathroom. We're gonna find out what that tongue does. Let's go.
So in June 2018, Corgan returned to Shock Jock's radio show with his bandmate. That's a ridiculous name.
It sounds like just a bunch
Fuck
of
Shock
fucking
Jock.
douchebags.
Sounds like, yeah, people that do steroids and
Wait, were they
talk-
just referring to Howard Stern? Because Howard Stern is a shock jock. That is the name for what he does.
What?
Ah.
A shock jock, a very offensive radio DJ is known as a shock jock, and much in the same way that
really?
like Manson, Alice Cooper,
Jimmy Savile.
Guar are shock rock.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Okay,
got
cool.
that. So in this show, his bandmates, like a radio show with his bandmates, and he elaborated slightly on his spooky encounter. The story is even more fantastical than you think, Corgan said. He was coy when Stern pressed him for more details and eventually let on the person was naked when he saw them. I guess you see a lot of naked people when you're a famous rock star, but
That's fair.
assume so.
I'll tell you in confidence.
Why do you think I got into music?
Corgan said. Stern then put the pieces together, guessing the ethereal entity was a woman who Corgan slept with. But Corgan refused to provide more details. He did not flat out deny the supernatural hypothesis either.
Because it wasn't a woman.
Oh, there's a guy. And the thing is, okay, think about this. You're not on a hallucinogen, and hallucinogens don't do what people think they do. You're not gonna see a bunch of crazy shit. You see like vibrations and stuff like that.
No, you're more likely to actually get full. Well, I don't know. 'Cause you haven't done acid, right, Tom?
No, but that's next year.
So acid will give you visuals. You will.
I haven't done acid either.
Do you want to do it with me, man? Do you want to do mushrooms or do acid with me?
I told you 19,000 fucking times, but you refuse to get it through your fucking brain that I don't like mushrooms. As much as you think you can change that, I keep telling you,
Okay,
I
Anton,
don't want to do that
okay,
again.
If he doesn't like mushrooms, do you think that he'll like acid?
I'm down. I'm down.
Do you
for
like?
fucking-
I don't know.
So
Like,
down for a fucking
It's so
visual.
much longer, dude.
I'm just not down
no,
for
it's much
negative
longer and much more
thoughts
intense.
bombarding
12
my fucking
hours.
mind. Well,
It's-
so
That's
is
what
the
you're gonna
fucking
do. Yeah.
Oh, it's no mushrooms is like 6, maybe 7.
No,
Yeah.
I was probably out of fucking commission for a good 10, 11 hours.
No. So your come down is somewhere around the 8-hour mark, usually on mushrooms. With acid, your come down is like whenever the fuck it decides to calm down. Plus,
Like,
there's
it could be
other
like
shit in acid besides just the hallucinogen. It's not just, oh, this is LSD. If you're lucky, you get something that's pure LSD. But more often than not, most things nowadays are a good portion of research chemicals, unless you know a fucking chemist that makes the shit. And even that isn't old school acid. Because like back in the day, like because my dad was an old acid head, like back in the day. And like you used to be able to split a hit between two people and be like tripping. And now I take 2 to 3 hits every time I do acid. I have to. There's the only way to do it. And I don't have a tolerance. I do it maybe once a year, maybe. And it's only when I'm like camping and shit. But
I found a site that has it.
Dude, I don't trust acid from anyone that I don't know personally that's taken it. I won't get it. I've had research chemicals. I've done bad shit. Like I've had no good stuff.
It's the same site that's like promoting like psychedelics for mental health use and doing micro doses.
Yeah, dude, Big Pharma promotes all sorts of shit for fucking mental health use. I don't trust them either.
Governments are trying to get their hands into it and synthesize it so they can own the patent for mushrooms.
Yeah, I also really don't like the idea of big tobacco getting into big cannabis right now.
That's what they want to synthesize it, because if they want to take essentially mushrooms, right, and they want to synthesize it so big pharma can own it, so they can make money like they do off everything that is supposed to help us but really keeps us sick. It just prolongs the sickness. So they're trying that with fucking psilocybin, which I don't like. So I'd rather get it from the places I know where to get it from.
Billy, for example, most things that are controlled substances in medicine are derivative of natural ingredients. For example, Valium is derivative from valerian root. You can go get valerian root over the counter at any health food store. You can get oils, you can get tinctures, you can get capsules. I have them, and it's great. It's just not like taking a Valium. When you take a Valium, you're like, okay. I'm fucking tired and I'm fine and I'm calm. When you take valerian root, it just takes the edge off. And now that's a medicine. Valerian root is a medicine. You're not going to get addicted to it necessarily unless you're chugging a bottle every fucking day. And
Sounds is that a challenge?
Do it. Scared little pussy.
You won't, bitch. What's the next Kesha? Oh, is that what ghost cum looks like?
Whoops, wrong one. Part of me's like, would I? But like this.
Yeah, would you smash? You fucking straights, would you smash? Oh, I want her queen some kind of magic shirt.
Of course, you fucking.
Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
This one?
Yeah, she's wearing an awesome queen shirt.
So,
yeah,
Kesha's.
I'd fuck Kesha.
Yeah, I would too.
100%.
TikTok on the cock, make the ghost fuck my box all night in the club.
Is that freestyle?
Yeah, I can be releasing this all the time. I would literally, I could do a whole freestyle about ghost fucking probably right now. And I know it's not like microdosing or dosing in general. Fucking
Through, baby.
Usually I was like, I forgot my weed pen and I was gonna blaze up.
That's probably a good idea.
I know. Kesha's intimate time with her local ghost was so good. She even wrote a song about it, which I feel like I heard about this story.
Okay, what song? What song?
For her most recent album, Warrior, which is probably recent a couple of years ago, Kesha, because she got in, all that stuff with her fucking record executive and all that stuff where it didn't really go well, and now she doesn't produce music; she just makes a ghost show, as far as I know.
Yeah, was it Conjuring Kesha?
Yeah, it's and I watched like a fucking 10-15 minutes of it. It looks fucking horrible.
Is it bad?
Oh my god, I'm so fucking ghost. Like it's like that, like cringy shit.
God.
And people think we're cringy, but man, that shit was cringy.
Cringy ass bitch.
Fuck, I was snotted out for laughing at that. Oh, I just had that son.
Cringy ass bitch.
So she for her most recent album, Warrior, Kesha at the time, I guess, she was her song Supernatural is where supposedly which details her feelings regarding the supernatural intimacy, and those feelings are very positive. Kesha admitted, "It's about experiences with the supernatural, but in a sexy way. I had a couple of experiences with the supernatural. I don't know his name. He was a ghost." Kesha says who was very open to it. It was very clear that she was enjoying the ghost relationship.
Ah, so you're a whore.
Okay, and here's the highlight. Here's the highlights of her song.
I'm just joking.
I don't know how this song goes. I don't know how this song goes, but I'm gonna fucking.
You're gonna guess.
Baby, when we're touching in the dark and can you feel it? I can hear my heart pounding. I can hear the pounding of my heart. Can you feel it? When you touch my body to the stars, I believe it. Boy, this is supernatural. Can you feel it?
Why are you singing it like it's Hawthorne Heights?
Can you?
Because that's my life, man. I was that guy. Okay, I was that
Anton,
guy.
any chance you can get clips of this visual and audio and never delete that?
Oh yeah,
I'll have clips of this live thing.
No,
like,
but I
want to go anywhere. I want to play that every time he's bothering me.
Can you feel it?
I enjoy it. Yeah, Kesha's sick. She's a good looking girl.
She's good looking, but there's something about her face, though.
I don't know, Tom. That you actually do need to turn that into a clip and make that as a promo. You singing that song. That needs to be a thing.
Can you feel it? It does. Like
I'm sure a lot of people.
That's gonna get the views.
Okay, Billy wants to fuck Kesha. You know what?
Yeah, that's fair.
Lucy Liu, man.
Why do you have these on hand? What's this lady have to do with the episode?
It's Tom's softcore spank bank.
Lucy Liu was in a ghost.
Oh, you had okay. I thought you just had that picture ready for no fucking reason.
No.
You're like, I got all these pictures actually.
I thought it was a sexy ghost episode, so I was like, why not have sexy ghosts or sexy pictures of these sexy people? I feel like I had a tamer version of Lucy Liu.
Join us on next week's episode of Are the Straights Okay?
Lucy Liu was
I like that.
Into a ghost. She was into ghost intimacy before it was cool, she says. The Charlie's
fucking hipster.
Yeah, exactly. I did before anybody.
I was blowing ghosts before it was cool. Thank you very much.
You fucking
Lucy
gypsy.
Liu was into Before it was cool, the Charlie's Angel actress shared with Us Weekly all the way back to supposedly in 1999, her personal supernatural sexy time stories. And according to Lucy Liu, she settled down for a nap on the couch when an unknown presence laid on top of her. Was
it Harvey Weinstein?
Good one. When I've been debating, I've never got it for a sound effect is boom, because I feel like we need that.
I do that.
That's so cliche though. We need
to do this.
We need a different sound that means the same thing.
Yeah,
because I feel like every fucking dime store podcast uses the boom sound effect.
Yeah, like oh yeah. Okay, so anyways,
so you have your lap track. We should use that.
Oh yeah.
Your lap track?
His lap dance track?
Is that a fucking Bible?
Hey, the holy fucking Bible, son.
That's a lap dance track?
No, it's not. This fucking
lap dance is
I
so
use for your
much better when the stripper is crying.
My dad jokes are awesome. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck, man.
What about?
Better kid, don't you like clowns?
Aren't they fucking funny?
Don't we
make
Ain't we fucking funny?
All right, yeah, this is super rock cuts. All right, so she told the magazine it was sure bliss. I felt everything. I climaxed, and then he floated away.
She got ghosted for real.
Yeah.
Stupid.
They say that
the dad jokes. I had to take a crack at it.
They say that Asians like age well. I think she was fairly attractive when she was younger. Not so much now. Her face counts like a box now.
You know who looks worse out of the Charlie's Angels, and I love her to death. So don't kill me. Cameron Diaz looks like somebody's wearing a Cameron Diaz suit.
Okay, wait. Have you seen the movie The Sex Tapes?
No,
that's supposed to be
that movie looks awful.
Okay, it actually was kind of funny.
I'm sorry. What?
Listen, I've seen his dick.
Is this a movie that's like it's a real movie, or is this a movie like I found it on?
No.
It's Cameron Diaz and what's his Jason Segel from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which is where I've seen his dick.
A movie where they make a sex tape and they don't mean it to, but they send it to all their office staff.
Oh,
and then everyone sees it, so they kind of have to embrace it. And she shows her body in that, and fucking damn, like either way, she looks good for her fucking age. And it says it's real on Mr.
I don't know. Her face looks like she had it put back on.
Yeah, her face could be fucked up. You just.
You know what? They actually, it was
shrug.
Fuck. There's my fun fact of the day. Fuck. It was probably back in at least a couple hundred years ago. They definitely invented the cover up. They called it. It was brown. It was about yay big. We now use it to hold groceries. And men used to put it over the females.
I was like, where are you going with this? I was like, okay. So let's go to.
Why is this a porn fucking episode?
Coco
what are
Austin,
we doing?
Man. Coco Austin.
Why is that the photo we're using?
Because I fucking thought it would be
Ice-T. That's not Coco Ice-T's wife, is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I recognize the name. And have you guys seen the? Can you stop with the fucking woman ass, please?
He's like ass, 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 ass,
ass and titties, ass and titties. That's all this episode is.
Hot.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Face might be bangled a bit, but man, like fucking, I'm all down for the thick chicks.
Have you ever seen Institutionalized by Body Count, the music video?
No.
Ice-T's band, his metal band. Watch it later.
What?
Ice-T has a metal band?
Okay, he does.
Before, and I was like, what?
It's called Body Count, and they kick ass.
So Coco Austin,
right.
she's married to Ice-T. And for all the audio listeners, I showed a very voluptuous ass picture of Coco Austin, and hasn't stopped men from throwing them.
Episode.
So yeah, I know everyone's like sitting.
Okay, speaking of Ice-T, do you think more younger people know him as Detective Tutuola from Law and Order SVU, or do they know him as the guy who wrote Cop Killer and then went on to play
the latter? Probably the latter.
Probably Detective Tutuola. Okay.
Yes.
I don't even know what that is.
Have you seen Law and Order SVU?
I know that he was on
jokes about it. I can't think of one episode I actually watched.
He's Ice-T's. That's the name of Ice-T's character in Law and Order SVU.
So being married to Ice-T
Jesus
hasn't stopped men from throwing themselves at Coco Austin left and right. Even deceased one. Austin
Even
shares
deceased ones. Even after I kill that motherfucker, he's still fucking my wife.
Austin shared a story about a perverted ghost, and that supposedly has chased her tail all the way from Albuquerque to Arizona. Is this a Bugs Bunny cartoon?
All right, I know to you Canadians and not knowing exactly where that is, that's not that fucking far.
I don't know where the fuck.
All the way.
You went from New Mexico to Arizona.
Oh, that's like fucking.
It's like 8 hours.
Beside each other.
Albuquerque. She assured her interviewer during the day when you think of ghosts, you think of them being dark and foggy and misty on the outside. But every time I saw or felt anything, it was daytime and there was no fog out there. Jesus, this woman. I was watching TV and I was sitting on the couch at 11 a.m. I was wearing a nightie for some strange reason. She just like, I felt my dress move up my leg. I looked down and got freaked out. I pushed it down, watched TV, felt it again, and could see it being pulled up, and then felt a guy breathing in my ear. And I don't know why these people would tell these stories unless maybe they thought they happened. And she could be taking pills or whatever else that we'll get into in the next person.
You're wearing a nightie at 11 a.m. Your fucking life's probably not quite in order.
She's super rich.
What are you talking about? Her life's not in order. Her life is better than all of ours put together.
She's super rich.
Oh, no, I mean like
she's
you're
on Maxim and stuff.
Just
like,
because you got fucking money doesn't mean your life's in order.
She has access to psilocybin. She could change her life right now.
She has not only access to psilocybin, she probably has 6 therapists if she ever needs them. Look, money doesn't buy happiness, but you know what? It's a real good fucking start.
Coco Austin was repulsed by the supernatural misogynist. Okay, she's calling the ghost a misogynist by trying to lift up her dress. Meanwhile, she's in a nightie and she's been on Maxim and shows her body off to make money.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Shapiro.
I actually like Ben Shapiro and I like his views other than his abortion views and some of his other views. But I do
That's
like
what I quit the show. No.
What are Ben's
hates
fuck
Ben
me.
Shapiro.
Now we're just fucking on it. What are Ben Shapiro's abortion
Oh my
views?
God, he doesn't like abortion. He's Jewish, man. But some of the shit he says is relevant, and I do think that it holds value. Not everything, but small things.
All in all, though,
Tom's views reflect only Tom and not the opinions of all of us here at Stranger.
You don't
all have different opinions.
You don't like
here.
Ben Shapiro?
I fucking hate Ben Shapiro with a passion.
Because he talks about the trans issue and the gay.
No, Ben Shapiro's just a piece of shit in general. Like he's not the fucking.
Smart,
he's not the no. What? Who gives a shit? There are plenty of smart assholes.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, no, he's definitely not a nice person. I'll give you that.
Noam Chomsky is infinitely smarter than him, and I haven't heard anything about Noam Chomsky just denying people their right to existence.
Hey, can I say one more thing before we get off this?
Damn.
You know who why I know who Noam Chomsky is because Spencer Rice from Kenny versus Spenny used to be like, why don't you read some Noam Chomsky? And he's like, when he's like doing the thing where it's like, who can have the most fun?
Yeah.
And Kenny's like doing all this atrocious shit, and Spenny's just sitting there reading a book.
Spenny is Spenny is Brian from Family Guy. He's the ultra pretentious. Yeah, I'm saving the fucking world. Blah blah blah. But he just literally does fuck all nothing. Anyways, he just talks about it.
It's all on YouTube, 4K. Anyone that's in the States that doesn't know what Kenny versus Spenny is, it's free on YouTube. Look that up. It's all in 4K because Kenny's been producing it in 4K. It's fucking hilarious.
That's fucking.
And if you're around our age and you were
actually friends, and
they are
Kenny, like I want to know.
He blames their dysfunctional relationship of why they've made so much money off the show.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Like Kenny, like
we could have one, man.
Spenny actually looking at Kenny and going like, "You're actually my friend," is mind blowing to me.
You look they're the definition of frenemy on that show.
No, look at when they smoke weed together. It's like who can smoke the most weed, you can see that they're friends.
Yeah,
but. It's like if we like if you actually want to challenge yourself, and even for the Patreon, if we could just see who could smoke the most weed.
I'm not smoking weed.
I thought for a minute you were gonna say see who could take the most mushrooms, and he was just gonna hit you.
I'm not smoking weed or taking mushrooms. I'm out of it.
So can we get back to this? The ghost.
Where's your orchestra? There you go. All right.
So she was repulsed by the supernatural misogynist. The ghost wouldn't take no for an answer. But once Ice-T came into the picture, the questionable ghost stopped showing up or whatever.
Man, you better
Was
get the
in
fuck
the
up out.
tub or changing. So she's saying the ghost was coming at her while she was changing.
Literally.
Let's
What
talk
does that
about-
sound like? Me and Coco. I swear to God, you better get the fuck up out of here with that ghost bullshit.
And when you say coming at her, you mean like walking towards her? Or you mean like coming at her?
Okay, anyways, okay. Dan Aykroyd didn't exactly. Let's talk about Dan Aykroyd, our favorite
No,
guy.
Dan Aykroyd is balls deep in the paranormal and
He is.
UFO community at all
Oh,
times. Like he
balls
came from
deep in
a family of
holy fuck,
I
he looks
picked that
sinister
picture
as hell.
specifically.
He looks like an evil individual.
he looks like he looks like he did all of the cocaine in the 70s with Carrie Fisher, which he did.
It looks like he just came back from a sex ring. And
If
he's
you-
like, you guys don't know where I was.
There are stories of Carrie Fisher and Dan Aykroyd's drug-fueled escapades in the 70s that would make Hunter Thompson blush. Not, I mean, they wouldn't, but
Oh, that's my next one. We gotta do a Hunter Thompson fucking
He
episode.
wants to-
I wanted
Anton
I
wants
wanted
to.
to do that one.
Billy,
He is Hunter S.
Billy.
Thompson.
Oh, that's fucking sick, man.
fuck,
That guy's
like
a fucking
the
idol.
God, can't see it. That's like one of the 4th tattoos I ever got was my Gonzo fist. I
Oh,
adore
that's
Hunter S.
fucking
Thompson.
sweet, man. Yeah, no, he's fucking
That's
amazing.
gonna be super
Yeah.
long. I love fucking Hunter S. Thompson. Okay, anyways, Dan Aykroyd. We're gonna talk about some Dan Aykroyd, and obviously, even in the intro for the first episode, you saw him getting a ghost blowjob. And if anyone knows the movie Ghostbusters, you would know obviously that there is a scene where it looks like Dan Aykroyd is getting a blowjob from a ghost.
Could you imagine being so lonely?
And this is supposedly based on his real experience. So Dan Aykroyd didn't exactly have intercourse with a ghost so much as he cut
Relations.
up close with one in the still of the night. Dan Aykroyd is best known for his obviously original movie Ghostbusters, and even more fitting is one of the most memorable scenes of the movie involving him receiving oral from a spirit. So maybe it's not surprising that Aykroyd actually is a firm believer in the supernatural himself, and that's why he essentially wrote the film. And in post, he actually, when he was talking to Huffington Post, Aykroyd discussed his personal experiences with beyond like the earthly realm, and Aykroyd didn't give up whether he actually did this or he was the big spoon or little spoon, is how he put it, which is kind of funny. But he revealed,
nice.
yeah, he revealed the spirit in question was actually a gay ghost.
When did he say this?
This is
Why did
Huffington
you-
Post.
Why did you say
All right,
that?
first of all, you're gonna
Like,
take the
oh,
Huffington Post.
So, and he explained maybe that guy was gay and he wanted to have some fun. I'd be surprised if I was his type, but when you're dead, you'll take it when you can get it. And this is what he said to Huffington Post. Also, he did believe that a bunch of black cars, and I kind of believe him. He said that he was on the phone, he saw a black car pull up and then it disappeared like instantly.
Yeah, he also has that story about watching somebody get abducted out of a window in New York City. But again, Dan Aykroyd's family were spiritualists back in the day. They were mediums and shit. Like he's generationally deep into that shit. And Crystal Skull vodka, man, come on. Dan Aykroyd is he's made
Dan Aykroyd
most
is
of his
Crystal
living on that
Skull?
shit.
Yeah, that's his vodka.
It's his vodka,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
What?
it's actually really good vodka. So now we're gonna lead it into our last celebrity, the most craziest of all, Anna Nicole Smith. Rest in peace.
Are we done with Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah. He
Okay.
essentially give what you get. You fucking take it. Okay, Anton, I want to know actually, like in segue this, because as I said, raw Twitch or raw cuts for Patreon and essentially Twitch, you guys get it super raw cuts.
You want to know if I would ride a Segway? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No,
bro.
but like, did you ever hear that his experience? When I researched this and I was looking into this and how Dan Aykroyd said it was like how does he know it's a guy ghost though? How does he know it's a guy?
Well, that's new to me. I don't remember that. Well, I don't know, like, because he just said that it was just spooning him. It wasn't fucking him, right?
He said
His arms were too
yeah.
muscly.
He said he got spooned. He did not say.
He felt the chin hairs prickle in the back of his neck.
That's why I'm like, how does he like? So he had this experience, but the thing is, and that's what I was saying. Like, even if you're on fucking high doses of I don't know mushrooms or whatever, but like even like just cocaine, like you would know if somebody was doing something.
So remember when we did our sleep paralysis and we were talking about that? So when I had sleep paralysis, I wasn't on anything like illicit. There were a bunch of random like Asian drinks in a bowl with a bunch of booze, but that was it. So it was like ginseng.
Asian?
Like
Some sort of. What do you mean Asian?
So like, you know how, have you ever gone to like an Asian market, like a Vietnamese market, and they have the glass bottles that have like ginseng or guarana or like actual raw shit that's generally in energy drinks, but it's by itself.
So you drank that?
My one buddy makes a thing called Riot Punch, which is just shit that gets you drunk but keeps you going, which is just like random energy shit mixed in with booze.
Can we
have a couple cups of it?
When we come down to fucking Buffalo, can we do that?
Can totally have Riot Punch
That
day.
sounds terrifying.
Oh, that sounds
It
kind
is.
of fun.
No, it is. Like every Riot Punch since then has been like, okay, we're mellowing this the fuck out. Because like I
feel wired.
Was blackout. Yeah, no, you just keep going. You just keep drinking. You're like, cool.
Oh Jesus.
And
but that's life.
Which I'm now avoiding now. Is like fucking.
Well, you better get yourself off the wagon when you come to Buffalo, baby, because we drink and we drink a lot.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm gonna have to bring my microdose.
I think you know what? Here comes a fucking challenge, though.
You don't need to bring your microdose pills. I can get mushrooms if we need mushrooms. I'll have mushrooms here. When you get
I think everybody will enjoy this, and I think it will be a challenge. And I think Anton's gonna love this. And I'm sorry, but you're not on my team. Drinking contest.
I don't want to get blackout.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not on my team. I'll handle this.
Thing is,
if it's you versus me, you're gonna win. But I can go. I can go.
Bring some buddies with you. Let's go.
And for the people,
let's go.
For the people watching this on Twitch,
this is Canada, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never once claimed Buffalo was America. I've always called us Canada Junior, and you can go back to other episodes and hear that shit.
You're right, Canada Junior.
And anyway,
I'm Canada Senior.
Anyway.
I've always said we are Southern Ontario. So.
For all the Patreon listeners and the people that are on Twitch that see this, essentially is I cut the Christmas episode that I was hammered drunk on. I cut
oh my god, Anton, you still got that video? You remember fucking laughing our fucking asses off after?
Oh, are we talking about the St. Patty's Day episode?
That was the one I'm talking about.
Brother, I got that video saved and locked. I love that video.
That's gone from the Patreon. Do you remember the Christmas special where we were hammered in your basement and we were just saying a bunch of transphobic shit?
Fun.
Yeah, that's gone from the Patreon. A lot of the stuff where I'm like, I watched it on mushrooms and I was like, no.
Don't fucking delete shit when you're watching it. What the hell are you doing?
It's all gone now. I can't do. I was like,
that's all right. I still have the video of you eating microphones, so. And taking down the whole shelf behind you. God, that's good.
Oh, I hurt my jaw. I don't know how you guys do it.
I remember sitting here and he leaves, and I'm like fucking hopping on with you immediately. I'm like, are you still here?
Yeah, I remember me and Billy are going back and forth. Chelsea's hitting me up, and your brother's hitting me up. And he's like, "Yo, is he okay?" I'm like, I think Chelsea asked me, like, "Did Tom take anything?" I was like, "Nope, he just drank his fucking face off."
I drink a whole 26-year whiskey. Essentially.
Yeah, you drink. You are underselling it, sir. You drank 26 of whiskey in like the span of 2 hours.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
If you pace yourself with a buddy over the course of a night, you can drink an entire bottle of whiskey and be fine.
Yeah.
What you did is alcohol poisoning.
In a dark room. And then even Chelsea's like, that's not content. You're just belligerently drunk. That's not good content for a podcast.
Bullshit. That's great. That's great Patreon content is what that is.
This is conversation. Let's carry on.
Anyways, let's carry on. Obviously, raw cuts for Twitch, and this is for Patreon. Everything will be cut down for the main show.
Oh, that was a good time.
Anna Cole Smith, probably one of the man.
I like how it says censored. No, go back again. Like, you couldn't just put a black bar. You had to write the word censored in it.
Well, Billy, you mean to tell me that if they don't have the word censored on there, you can distinguish whether she was born with those black bars or not?
You know what? In today's society, I might not. Oh, she's riding pills.
Oh, that's mean.
That is mean. That's a fucking.
To me, in this generation, for a little bit, all right, Anna Cole Smith was kind of like a Marilyn Monroe figure, because she was just doing stuff like Maxim and like Playboy, and she was a curvy blonde woman, is essentially, and obviously in her mental state, she probably believed it. And I remember when I was a teenager and I saw some shit and, the stuff she was in, and she's fairly attractive.
I'm renaming this
How do
episode.
you spell her name? I'm just kidding.
I'm renaming this episode "Things Tom Jerked Off to in Middle School."
So to get us into Anna Cole, at least for the video side of it.
I mean,
Riley thinks you've absolutely lost your mind.
Huh?
Riley thinks you've lost your mind.
I didn't lose my mind.
She thinks you have.
I didn't.
Is this a mushroom trip?
Huh?
Is this a mushroom trip?
Huh?
Is this a mushroom trip?
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
What does that mean?
I'm kidding.
I gotta tell you, I'm really surprised she's dead.
what the fuck was that thing on the end?
It's a show that was talking about it on YouTube.
Was it a Fox News logo? God damn it. Or Anna Nicole Smith.
Fox News. Because, okay, so for people that don't know what happened in the spiral, I guess you could say what the spiral down of Anna Nicole Smith.
Okay.
She was addicted to pills. She was doing a lot of stuff. And then she did this crazy thing where I think her husband at the time videotaped her and she like painted her face up like she's from Insane Clown Posse and was doing this baby voice. So she's disconnecting from her MK Ultra mind control is what I probably think would happen.
Oh my fucking
And
God.
then so she went nuts essentially. And then she ended up like dying by accident because
So
she
and you should appreciate this, Tom. She is also a victim of the fucking pharmaceutical giants.
100%.
They had her because she went through a lot of mental illness and trauma and shit as well, and had a constant feud with the dude who she married kids, because they were like, bullshit, she's getting all of his money and blah blah blah. And it's like, first of all, you were just born into it, so that's one thing. Second of all, she had to suck his dick. She gets that money. I'm sorry. She gets that money.
She had a bad. It's like it is very disturbing, and I don't know if we should eventually talk about her for the Fame is Dead, just as like it's a fuck story.
Well, like very similar to like how Michael Jackson got fucked over by doctors and shit. Like whatever he got into aside, is the combination of drugs that the doctors would put him on are like disassociatives and shit for like really strong tranquilizers and sedatives. And then normally with that kind of shit, anyone that's ever taken a Xanax and then had a beer afterwards knows. That's a whole different fucking monster. That's
if you see, and I've like the whole
film yourself
video,
like that, you're gonna look like a psycho.
The
Sorry,
whole
Tom,
video of her, and we played it for the audio listeners. We played the parts of the video, and it seems like he's like, "You want a mushroom? That's not mushrooms." He's like, "You want a mushroom trip?" And like, "Is that a mushroom trip?" And he's like, "No, I'm just joking. That doesn't happen. I've never."
A strong enough mushroom peak would put somebody, but they would be a little more like.
Well,
again, though, okay, I'm just playing devil's advocate here now. Like, if you didn't do mushrooms, could you think that was a mushroom trip?
Maybe. Like the thing is, he's saying it as a joke, kind of, but she was
like
taking a lot. It seems like he's being a dick, and he's filming her for like for TMZ and stuff like that because he wasn't famous, as far as I know. And she might like. Let's just discuss that. We'll probably touch upon her on a Famous Dead series. I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
To dive into who she was.
Sakes.
Because it is interesting. That whole thing of her decline is extremely sad, but also extremely fucking weird. Like she's painting her face.
Are you telling me that people
like
on
a baby,
people
like
on Playboy and Maxim don't have a decline after their body is no longer what they want it to be? When you play the whole career that my body is making me money and your body's no longer making you money.
She was still hot at that age.
You telling me that's crazy?
Yeah, but
that's why the ones that are wise will invest that when they can, when they're making, like, if you're making hand over fist money and you have your fame, the best thing that you're going to do is hire a good enough accountant. The worst thing you're going to do is hire a shitty accountant that's going to fuck you over.
And even in the photos that we're showing for people on like YouTube and stuff like that, is she kind of looks zonked though. Like she looks like she's on something. A lot of the images. If you look in her eyes and stuff like that, it's
dude. I'm sure she's on a fuck ton of either psych meds or she's recreationally abusing either barbiturates or fucking like she's probably like doing pills constantly.
You can tell
but she has enough. She's enough money and like trainers and therapists and like other shit to like keep herself healthy. Like she's like, oh God, I'm dehydrated, and goes and gets an IV of saline fluids. You know, and she's good.
Yeah. Her story gives me a weird vibe. Like I'm like, I feel weird talking about
tragic.
it. It's like, sad.
No, dude, she lost a kid and like, no, she had a very tragic life. Yeah, her son died, I believe.
Oh, and lost. I they said crossed. And I was
no.
She ripped off a child.
And no, I'm a little toasted, but like if memory serves, her son died before she did.
Yeah.
and then she like
fuck,
died
Having a
later. I'm
very
pretty sure it was a drug overdose of
dead
some
now?
sort.
Yeah.
She died?
Yes.
When she died?
She accidentally had a pill
Oh,
overdose.
that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so happy you said that because I knew I was gonna say something before we went off on the thing.
Mhm.
What the fuck is accidentally dying?
So they say Marilyn
That's just
Monroe,
not
too.
kill. That's dying in any sort of attribute. That's not
Murphy,
suicide.
all
Is
these-
accidentally
Accidentally dying in a car crash, accidentally taking too many drugs and not having anyone to be able to fucking help you. That's an accidental death. There's plenty of things that are accidental deaths. It's a legal
That's what I
cause
mean,
of
though.
death.
That's basically when you say accidental death. That's just basically death, unless it was suicide.
No, okay. There's okay. If you're just taking pills because
that's not an
in a bad
accidental
mental-
No,
death.
there's
That's just a
there's
death.
accidental death, there's natural death, there's homicide, there's suicide, and then
So if I get if I get drunk tonight, right?
Yeah.
And then I take a pill of something I'm used to taking all the time, but I'm doing it with alcohol, and then
there's
it kills
fentanyl
me.
in it.
I'm not-
See, but that being said, though, like I'd never be like Tom. Okay, if that exact situation happens, I'd never say at your funeral, Tom accidentally died.
It is
If
a
you like-
weird turn of phrase. I'm not debating that.
It is a weird. That's all I'm
Yeah.
getting at. Like that's a
Yeah.
weird thing to say.
If you have someone and I'm sure people are gonna hate me for this, but someone like who's that rapper that died on the plane? What's his name?
There's
Juice
like
WRLD. Juice
four?
WRLD.
Oh, okay.
How he was like, oh, we're gonna get caught when we go through this whatever boy when we
Oh,
land.
is that the dude that ate all of his drugs and then
All of his
OD'd?
drugs. And it's like, what do you expect, man? And the people that praise him, his music was okay. Like, I don't necessarily think Juice WRLD's music was the greatest. Like, I think that any person, and it sounds bad, people are gonna shit on me, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. Can you not say the same fucking thing about Kurt Cobain?
I mean, yeah, you're right. You are completely right too. And Rob Zombie talks about this stuff too. Is that you could? I know we've had this. I like Kurt Cobain's music, but you could replicate.
Thank you.
I'm not saying Kurt Cobain's music is bad. I'm just saying like he's not the
Thank
greatest
you.
musician of all time.
Oh
He
my
doesn't even tune his
fucking
guitar.
God. We've had this argument so many times.
He was
Unbelievable
prolific.
amount of times, Tom. I finally have someone on my side. Thank you.
He was prolific, and it was a sad story, and he was nationally and internationally famous. It was a tragedy, but it's not as though he reinvented the wheel.
So, in an interview with FHM, the late Anna Cole, she kind of told her secrets about this infinity, this sexual desire for a ghost, and she told the magazine, a ghost would crawl up my leg and have intercourse with me at an apartment a long time ago in Texas. I used to think it was my boyfriend, and then one day I woke up and found out it wasn't. That sentence in itself has issues.
What? My boyfriend used to have sex with me while I was sleeping and unconscious.
Yep.
And I didn't even open my eyes to see who it was. But
That's
one
assault.
day I did open my eyes and my boyfriend was sleeping. That's basically what I just heard.
Yeah, that's fucked up. And that's not
fucked,
cool.
man.
So
That's
Smith
insane.
didn't share how many times it took for her to realize she wasn't having relationships with her boyfriend. Because
that's a cop out. That's a cop out.
Okay,
She's lying.
Okay, think about this. Say, I don't know.
Or delusional.
Or delusional. Or
Nah, lying.
Think about this. You're in it. Okay, so not everybody lies, Billy.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Whatever.
No, but if you're on that level of a pill combination, reality is not
before her
what you and I
fame,
see.
though. This was back
That's
when
fair.
she was like before, like her when she was super famous. So, and the thing is, yeah, you could still be doing drugs and stuff like that. But if you're feeling these moments, people can say whatever they want. I'm always going to be the person that's not a skeptic. I've had my own weird experiences, and the fact that people could say, like, you could feel something. Okay, you feel a sheet moving. You're kind of sleepy, and then your boyfriend, you feel like an arm go around you, and you're like, all right, and you just kind of go along with it because it's someone that you're comfortable with, that you love, and has been in your bed every night. And then you kind of like turn eventually. And you look, and then it's fucking. There's nobody there. Would be eerie as fuck. And obviously, part of this Halloween shit, and why we're doing these episodes, is to kind of keep it a creepy vibe, because essentially that would be fucking weird. Like it would be weird to like just turn and you think you're having sex with your boyfriend, maybe you're just kind of sleepy, and you feel his touch, and then you turn and nothing's there.
So, okay, that reminds me. Going back to the thing that I my stoned and traveled
Fucking
off and never finished. The sleep paralysis incident that I had, that thing felt distinctly feminine. Which I told you about that.
Yeah.
I know that I told you about that.
So it's a violation.
Yeah.
But Anton, you've had your experience There's a both.
Unwanted. But yeah, no, that was the like, and that was non-drug induced. That was just booze and random fucking root things. And that was when I woke up at 3 a.m. I could not move, and I was like conscious that I was unable to move, and all I heard behind me was, "It's okay, I'm here."
Oh yeah, you told me that. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, that is the only one that I've had that I was like, what the fuck? And then like I got up and I have that Tibetan singing bowl that I told you, and I was like, bam, and I hit it and was like, okay, everything's clear, cool, fucking like, and I'm the skeptical one, so I'm like, I got really fucked up that night. That's a common thing in sleep paralysis. I was dreaming and semi-awake, and that was a grounding thing, and that made it okay. And it was like, cool. That's how I explain it away.
Shadow people fucking thing, and the thing is that will haunt me forever. I was like sober-minded, and I saw shit, and that's the only.
Oh, wait a minute, sober-minded?
I was.
Yeah.
I was sober. I was sober. I was completely sober. I came back from Cuba.
Didn't you say you were in Cuba for a week getting hammered prior?
Yep.
You were not sober. You were in the middle of residuals. You're not sober. You're sober if it's been 3 months since you've had anything.
Okay, but think about this, okay? I came home sober, but the thing is, you're drinking all week, and then essentially your levels are low. Okay, when you drink, your subconscious is low. Anyone that knows this, you drink a lot, and how you feel the next day.
Well, yeah, your brain chemicals and shit are all altered. I'm agreeing.
Well, okay, what as a spiritual entity, wouldn't you take advantage of that, especially someone that had bad mental health? Because I believe this stuff exists.
Yeah, you could say that would be the easy doorway to get into. Yeah, I'll agree.
There's someone out there that doesn't think that these things exist. They fucking do. Okay, like spirits and entities and things outside of our reality exist. No matter if you want to believe it or not, it exists. So many people have these experiences. It's not just like, ooh, it's a coincidence, or all these things. All these people are sharing different experiences for fucking no reason.
It's been a long episode.
Yeah, I know. Okay, and we're getting to the end of it because there's so much banter. Well, I'm trying to control.
We've had good banter,
but it's been fine.
Banter.
But the thing is, I'll always be that believer of like, man, it's not just fucking hocus pocus. Okay, this shit is fucking real. I've seen weird shit. I've had sleep paralysis twice in my life.
Are you saying hocus pocus?
Did you just watch Hocus Pocus too? Is that what you said?
I did not like it. So, but
you did just watch it, you son of a bitch.
I didn't like it. It was awful. They all look fucked. So she said she didn't realize, obviously, that she realizing she was engaging with a ghost. And I was freaked out about it, is what she said. And then it was like, whoa, well, like, I don't know what it was. It never hurt me. And kind of, she was like, oh, it was kind of amazing, is what she said. So she's like, I have no problem with it. So fucked.
I have no problem because it feels good. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
To end this, nobody's going to say shit. I'm going to read this entire story. Okay?
All right, fine.
Woken.
Okay, Billy, we have to.
Okay.
As we're already not.
I'm a widow.
But anyways, we were talking. Oh, sorry, Tom.
I'm a widow, and I live with my teenage daughter in a mobile home in a trailer park. My home is less than My home is less than 20 years old and is definitely not haunted. We have two types of ghost. One is human, and the other is animal. They seem to travel together. So when one isn't around, neither is the other. Over the last 6 years, we've had several experiences with our ghosts. From soda cans flying across the room, that's fucked. Fans being knocked over twice.
Yeah, those are expensive. Don't be knocking over fans.
Knocked over a television also. Hearing typing on a keyboard, and no one was there when I checked. Hearing a laugh track from an old sitcom from the 60s or 70s when the 60s or 70s when the TV isn't on. Wow. That's fucking scary. Okay, this woman might be a crazy trailer park whore, but like whatever. Like this shit's
like Truman Show shit. You're just like walking in, you stub your toe, and all you hear is ha 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 ha.
That's scary. Thumping in the back room. I'm just going to read this as verbatim. Verbatim, sorry.
You said it right. You're good.
Yes. Anton got me on once because I said verbatim, and it's like, it's verbatim.
Verbatim. It's verbatim. There's a fucking B in there, bud.
Now. Things walking around the bed, resting at our feet, and so on. My daughter's friends had all heard and felt the ghost cat is what they think it is, and a few experienced they experienced the human. We all accept that the ghost exists and welcome them. I have had ghostly encounters in nearly every home I've lived in so far. and they've been safe and can be trusted. And me and Chalice are talking about this outside, that things can follow you. I do believe, I think that ghosts have followed me. We watched the show on Discovery, which is funny, or a channel like it, about a woman who had a sexual encounters with a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
That night I went to bed. I commented out loud that I wouldn't be opposed to having a ghostly visitor have sex with me, because she hears the noises, she sees the stuff happen, she hears the laugh track, and she's like, you know what? I'm not scared by it. I want to get fucked by this ghost.
All right. Fucking A.
You need a medium to help you with that? Is that like the medium is the cuck just sitting in the corner and you're like, summon the ghost for me. I'm ready.
Oh, that's actually fairly funny, because you would think if a medium could see it, or like at least contact with it, that they would be like the cuckold, because they're like,
they're just watching it.
Will have sex with the ghost.
What's the difference between me watching porn and you watching porn? The windows.
Jesus fucking
God
Christ.
damn it.
That's definitely a Billy joke. She said, I masturbated and fell asleep, much like I did every night. Later that night, I half woke up and discovered I was laying on my stomach and my hips were moving as if I was having sex. So she was doggy style-ish, right? Because of her hips.
Laying on my stomach.
Laying on your stomach,
okay.
yeah.
You're just laying on your stomach. You're not ass perked up in the air, but you're laying on your
She didn't say
stomach.
that
And your
it
hips
wasn't.
moving a little
Well,
bit.
doggy style is all fours, generally. Like, you're at least going to want to be on your elbows. Otherwise, it's like some weird thing.
Stomach is basically still doggy.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much the same thing.
I could feel a weight against me, but I knew I wasn't the only one in the room. I didn't recall having erotic dreams, and I drifted back to sleep. That's all I remember. The next night, it happened again. I didn't masturbate before I slept this time. The only time of the week I didn't do this, but she said she did it every night. I wake up. It's just funny because it's like, I don't know. Do you do that? I don't do that. Jerk off just before you go to sleep. Is that a thing? Or have sex?
Sometimes.
Okay, I figured you would.
Sometimes.
Anton?
Like not nightly by chance, but
Yeah, sometimes that's like taking a sleeping pill. If you're like
Yeah.
restless, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to
oh,
sleep.
yeah, I'm a fucking jerk
Just
off.
to get
Like,
let all
fucking
the
A.
juices out.
It's got the juices. It's
Really? God damn it! That's, it's been out of my head for a week now. It's been gone. It's not been in there. You son of a bitch.
So with the same movements of the hips and with the weight on top of me. Again, there was no one else in the room. No erotic dreams. I drifted back to sleep, and that was the end of it.
Okay.
We had the usual ghost interactions over the next few months, but no more sexual activity. One day I realized we haven't had any interactions for a few months. And then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks ago, according to this woman, my daughter was awoken by a man screaming in her room. Just the two of us were here. That is fucking scary. It's some drunken guy from the trailer park screaming in their window. That's the whole thing. It's been fucking like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
It's just Leatherface, but like without his face on, where it's like, "Rah!" Just fucking looking in the window.
That's fucked. Oh, that was you. And then it's so. Then I was getting dressed to go out to a party, and I heard the door open, and a male voice said, "I'm back." We weren't expecting company, so I was half naked in my room. With the door opened wide, I heard the voice, and then slammed my bedroom door. Then asked who was there, because I obviously know these ghostly experiences are
Or
happening.
slammed it because fuck off, but I'm also curious.
Who was
Who's
in the
there?
kitchen, she said, and she hadn't heard anything. After that, the ghost interactions started up again. They've been very active, especially the animal I have felt in my bed many nights, and to talk about that, it'll be other episodes. We'll talk about this. Billy, just for you, I've been waiting for it.
Where did you wait for me?
I do have a ghost animal encounter episode.
A ghost animal encounter.
You love doggies and stuff.
It's doggy boys.
And I don't know when we're going to do it. It might be this year if fans want it, because I was going to say for next year's Halloween, but I think it might be necessary to do sometime in November,
I hope I see my good boys and girls when they die and then they're ghosts later. I hope so.
Except for the cats that you throw at walls, because they'll haunt you.
No, those are no.
Remember
They got good
cats you said
purpose.
you threw at walls?
They got good purpose.
Anton, you remember when he said throw cats at walls?
I did not say I did it. I got the good purpose for them.
So So okay,
It's free red paint.
we do have an
motherfucker.
animal ghost encounters episode for anyone fucking steals any of our
Billy,
ideas.
did you also suffer a head injury at an early age? Maybe wet the bed?
Yo,
Who didn't wet the bed as a child?
yo, did you know?
Is that uncommon?
I do find
most
that. Yeah, I do find that
children not
hilarious.
piss
It's like,
themselves?
I've said this before on the podcast. Does everyone know, right? BTK didn't kill his first victim till he was 34. So Billy, you got time.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
Tom, I'm
Okay.
glad you were picking up what I was throwing down with that.
Yeah.
I need one more
Definitely.
motherfucker to fucking hurt me, and y'all dead.
So
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We have a ghost animal
I'm
encounters
just
episode coming
kidding.
up. So
No, I love animals. I'm just teasing with the cats.
I drifted off to sleep after I masturbated. I half woke up in the same position as other 2 times. To me, it feels like it's like, I don't know. To me, it feels like Connie, your ass is just kind of up, or it's just like that. You know how Sid from fucking Toy Story wakes
Yeah,
up?
who sleeps on their stomach like that though?
Yeah, that's
Kid
right.
from Toy Story. And because she's getting pressed up, she wakes up. She sleeps on her stomach. She wakes up like that, like Sid from Toy Story.
So are we to believe that the entity has moved her in that
Yes.
time frame? Like she's sleeping normally, like on her
can be
side
sleeping
or on her
people
back or
can move.
something?
Billy sleeps with his eyes open. You can kick him, and it fucking doesn't matter. He'll still stay the same.
That sounds like a neurological problem.
Probably is.
Probably. Yeah, I don't have disagreements of that for sure.
So again, she could feel the weight against her hips as it was moving, and she was having sex. I drifted back to sleep, woke up again. The same thing happened. Then I finally fell asleep for the rest of the night. I don't mind it. It isn't hurting me, so I don't really care if it continues. It's just really weird. It's a weird feeling. And
It's got
it has been nice coming to this site because I found this from some ghost sex site and seeing others who have similar stories. So let me know what all the hose head things. Jump on the page or email us. Would you like to fuck a ghost, or would you want a ghost to fuck you? Have you had any ghost sexual
I'm alright with it. I'm
experiences?
curious to see what it's like. Is that like almost just like a wet dream? You think that'd be pretty similar?
I've said I had a wet dream.
same arena.
Yeah.
Okay, Anton,
Yeah, I thought
pop
so.
quiz for everybody. It's just I'm gonna say it anyway, but like if you can remember it, who is the celebrity I had a wet dream about?
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
Jennifer Anderson,
No, that I wish, but it never happened.
Katy
Charlie
Perry.
Chaplin.
No, Shania Twain, and I don't even like.
Oh, I was gonna say Anne Frank.
All right, we
I
love
was
everybody.
so close.
You know where to
Janet
find
Reno
us?
is a 40-year-old reference for you.
And I've had my own fucking weird experiences, and I think the reptilians raped me, but that's just my point of view.
Jesus Christ.
So everyone, you know where to find us. This was a crazy 2-parter, and it was we never do 2-parters, so this was thoroughly enjoyable.
This was fun.
This is fun. So everybody love everybody. You know what to do. Follow us at Stranger Podcast. And the best way to support us is obviously the Patreon. It's fairly cheap. You're going to get a lot of extra content. And for the people on audio and YouTube, there is like an uncut version of this that will be going to Patreon. So we'll be doing that with certain episodes that I feel like, hey, like there's a lot of stuff, that could be kind of saved in a little bit of banter as you see us go through recording the episode for the Patreon. So it's only $3 a month. I got to shamelessly promote because that's how to support us. And obviously, if you can't do that, what's free? A fucking 5-star review. It's fucking.
And to all of our Patreon supporters too, we absolutely love you guys, and we'll be doing like a shout outs whenever you subscribe, things like that. Just at the end of certain episodes, be like, hey, thanks for subscribing and shit.
Jerking off ghost.
That's the
sticks.
best. Yeah, Tom's getting all of his ghost sticks in, all of them.
How fast can I go? Can I go? How fast can it go?
You're gonna give somebody brush burn. You got to keep it fast but steady. You do fucking.
Do you have one?
It's time for.
Do you have one?
I'm sure I can figure something out.
Do it.
It's time for.
Landed on
Billy's Fun Fact of the Day. I don't have one. But you know what? Like that's a good fun fact.
Everybody love everybody.
There it is. Nailed it.
Everyone's.
I didn't have one. Sorry, I came unprepared today.
He's always unprepared.
Hey, I fucking had dad jokes at the wazoo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody love everybody. That was awesome. Thank you for tuning in, people on Patreon and people that get it raw cuts on Twitch.